Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play The Outer Worlds. My name is Dembulius, and last episode we reached the botanical labs, and now we're going to talk to Adelaide. Without our gun.
It's so pretty.
It's water?
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
No.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often.
Thomas?
Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
So, is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
So why did you leave your own home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Fair enough. Bruce, Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
To root you out, basically. Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends, which, to be fair, is what he said.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
True, but I need power, so yeah. Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned that you go plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I need the power converter.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Yeah. I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
So let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
I'm not sure if it's gonna end so peachy. I think Space's Choice is gonna send some people over here to bust some heads in and get people back in line, which would be a bloody bloodbath. But you think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
True. Alright, I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
But yeah, the short gist of it is that both sides are like at each other's throats, and we're caught in the middle. Although to be fair, this place looks a lot better than Edgewater does.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Actually,
fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Something tells me they're like eating canid here. What's this? The Space's Choice of Water was customized by Webster to use heavy Vulcan armor. Only 5 rounds fit in the chamber, but they hit like an asteroid. Oh, that's interesting. So this is a revolver, but it uses heavy ammo. And that's a different sized mag. Okay. But let's get rid of some more items. And some of these weapons that we found, these trip blades we can sell. I like this plasma rifle. What the hell is this? An impact hammer? Okay, I think I'm holding on to the rest of these things. But let's ask about that person that went missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Double to her on the day she disappeared?
Zoe and I were going to watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
Oh,
you sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Just trying to help. She acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper.
Ooh.
She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What were you going to surprise her with?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was going to surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Okay, see you around, man. Hold on, is this? Oh, we can't see if this is our house or not. But hey, scuffs of paper. So yeah, this is our room. Okay, this sounds like the one of the people that has a bounty on their heads. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, by the sound of this, she went up and joined the bandits. Doink. I hate to tell you this,
Something I can
buddy.
help you with?
Yeah, I got bad news.
I'll help if I can.
No. Okay, I can't ask any pointed questions. What? This place looks like it's ransacked or something. Hold on. Let's talk to Parvati.
Yeah.
Hear her thoughts about this. Oh. And we can't ask about that. Okay, never mind.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
I'm stealthy. Don't they got a weapon workbench here somewhere? Terminal. Oh, that was easy. So this is the log of what's her name? Adelaide. Tired of having the taste of saltuna lingering on my tongue day in day out. I want something fresh. So when it grows out of the earth. Found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker 2. The desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow, breathing, delirious, must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. So it sounds like the plague isn't really a plague. It's just a serious case of trying to figure out what the word is. But when your diet is too monotonous and you're lacking vitamins and stuff like that, it's not really a plague, but it can kill you. Experimental notes for entry. I am hereby repurposing the botanical lab for network conception as a gear and a soulless automaton of the corporate machine. These greenhouses may look impressive, but like all Space's choice products, it's cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own two hands. This place shall become a nursery before it was abandoned. I understand the... What the hell is that word? This word failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil we looking for. I'm determined to find a way. May the eternal smile upon my endeavors. Did I say that? Yeah. Experimental notes, less entry. Flora are living things, sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile, inhuman power. One can't expect your crops to lush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil sire, well, it's true. Don't know quite how to explain that, but I'm sure the scientists will say something about biology of the carbon cycle. But I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Considering they have an entire shop set up to sell animal components, I think we know what their fertilizer is. It's Adelaide, yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Who's Thomas? This guy?
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
So I guess.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Oh, that's Thomas. Ah, workbench.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town?
Yeah, this
I
fella
mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
This fella has a name, you know. I'll take it as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Well, never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3.
I think I got
If I had my hands
volumes
on
1
of
and
those
2.
data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
I got 1 and 2.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Well, today's your lucky day. I got one of those pads.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Well, found part 2 in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself.
So,
I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
it was kind of in someone's
fact,
office.
I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
And I'll be glad to accept your bids. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to use the workbench. So I will probably have cut out all of this. Look how bloody awesome this looks. So I have been tinkering a little bit with weapons. So I gave the assault rifle a magnum and a gyro sight. I have raised the level of some of my weapons to level 5, and in particular the revolver was pretty bloody expensive to raise, but I'm just gonna assume that it's worth it. Let me actually take a look at my armor. I think I'm also, yeah, probably also a good idea to level that as well. So, considering we got a boatload of cash lying about. So to raise everything to level 5 is actually bloody expensive. But I think that in the interest of staying alive, it's probably a good idea. Let's also give Pravati's gear the same treatment. I mean, what use is all that money that we got lying around if we're not going to use it? So we now got a very decent amount of armor. I think, in fact, we doubled the amount of armor that we got, so that was probably a good idea. I don't think there were any mods that you could put in the... no. So why would you... I'm holding on to this because, one, I'm a massive hoarder, and two, because I like having, you know, mementos and stuff lying about. But the maximum range is pretty nice already. Probably longer range than we're actually going to use, so let's not tinker with that further. Alright, so let's continue. That cost a think I've spent 15 minutes tweaking. They got mines. Yep, they got mines. Oh shit, I got 13 of these things now. But did I eat it or? No, I didn't eat it because I was pressing the wrong button. Concussions, ho! Oh, just a generic deserter. That would sit. Oh, that's on the door. There. This, on the other hand, is the door. Let's keep an eye on the door. What up? Look at all these things that we can find and secure for the chapter. Oh wait, wrong game. Hey, hold on. There we go. Nice kitchen, 10 out of 10. Would use again. We'll just close this one. And loot all the things. If they're gonna leave these things unattended and not use them, then, you know, I'll use them. I gotta use for these things. Oh, he has his products laid out in front of him. Okay, Parvati, come inside. Oh yeah, come inside, come inside. Thank you. Loot all the things.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Bolter pistol. Okay, so what did I just steal from them? Bolter pistol. Small lively pistol make you feel like a big shot who can fire a big shot. Okay. Okay, the model is loading, I guess. Or not. But it's an energy pistol that does quite a bit of DPS. I've seen how effective these things are. This uses light ammo. I was going to say, if it uses heavy ammo, I might as well do that. I do want to test this thing. And let's see, how much damage does it do? 22 times 3? Times 3? I guess it's a burst pistol. So let's swap it out for the shotgun. And whenever we meet a biological enemy, we can test the pistol out. So I think we've done a lot of looting over here. Let's go, let's see. So we have to go there. And this direct route that they have trapped with mines. I think we can just bypass them. As long as I don't slide off the hill. Alright. Yeah, I see something out in the distance. So this is kind of interesting, this burst pistol. And he has got another hunting rifle. Oh, oops. I don't know if I like it more than the plasma rifle. What the fuck? A boa hide. Okay. I don't like the wildlife on this planet. A little chest. And we can go through here. Okay. Hey, a cave. Let's take a look inside that cave. A marauder hideout. You know what? I really don't like this weapon. This one, on the other hand. Hey, that's one of the people that we are looking for the bounty. Yep. Blade on stick? What? I think it's supposed to be blade on it. Was this guy cutting up his own people? Extendo sight, hey, that's a scope. Maybe that's useful for the plasma rifle. So we'll do the nothing interesting. Okay. So let's take a look at our journal. For the, let's see. Is that this one? Oh, there's still one left. Guillaume Entrum. Not quite sure where he was though. Tomorrow, where was this one? Yeah, we can turn that in. Okay. And dire robot, the geothermal plant. We have to go there anyway for the story, so we'll get there eventually. In fact, it's right there. Let's see. Do we want to do that marauder camp in the east first? Yeah, I do want to do that first, and then we can also search this place for the what's it called? The that person that deserted to the deserters. But I think we're gonna be doing that next episode. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let's first wait until I bypassed all these mines. And there we go. Right, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And my name is Demulis, and I'll see you guys next time.